Aboro Aboye. Today I want to share a proverb, if you will allow me. The Yoruba say that the goat that's kept in a pen complains that it's not allowed to play on the dung heap. That's a proverb that people will use when they want to remind you that the things that you may want to do are not in your best interest. They want to remind you that you are being safeguarded from something that looks good, but is ultimately you're going to find out that's not really what you want to do. It means that you need to cultivate the ability to discern the difference between what is punitive and what is protective. You need to know the difference between what are exclusionary biases and standards of excellence, okay? And your ability to make those distinctions is really predicated on your ability to trust, okay? On one level, it means that you've got to be able to trust the people that you're around, the people that surround you. You got to trust your teachers. You got to trust your mentors. You got to trust your guides. You got to trust the people who are telling you what to do and what not to do. You got to trust the ones who are putting up these fences and say, stay over here, right? But even more importantly than that, it means that you've got to trust yourself. You have got to trust your own destiny. You got to trust that you have something or you are something that is worthy of protection. Okay? If you only think of yourself as some kind of a scourge, then you're going to be thinking people are always trying to keep you out. But if you really trust in your destiny and that your destiny is something magnificent, then you're going to have a lot more confidence that people are actually operating to protect what about you is precious. Okay? You've got to trust that you have the capacity and the ability, the skill, the intellect, the strength to actually achieve something excellent. If you don't believe that you can really achieve something excellent, then you're going to be thinking that everybody is trying to exclude you and they're trying to keep you in this low position. But as soon as you accept and trust that, no, I have what it takes to achieve excellent things, that's going to change your filter entirely, all right? Now, that's a deep lesson. That's a deep lesson. It's very important for you. But the reason why I say this, though, is much simpler. The reason why I'm bringing this into the conversation right now is because Orisha lifestyle can be called the original educational program. It's the original pedagogy for the Yoruba people, okay? It is the institution through which spiritual science is cultivated at the highest level. Everybody in Yoruba land can go around and start telling you which leaves will cure a headache, which ones are good for a stomach ache. Everybody knows basic incantations that you recite. This is common knowledge in a traditional community, right? For someone to be an Orisha priestess, for someone to be an Ifa priest, is to take that knowledge to a scientific level, to a much higher level, to exercise it with a much higher and deeper level of discipline. All right? So that means it's not something that is casual. It's not something you just float into and float out of, and you can change and shift and adapt and switch and whatever according to your whims. It's not like that. Okay? Otherwise, it would not have survived since time immemorial. Okay? There is a standard. And the standard is intended to protect the sanctity of the practice. It's intended to maintain a certain level of excellence within the practice. All right? So, I beg you, cultivate, most importantly, a trust in yourself. Secondly, a trust in the people who you work with. and exercise that trust by asking some real simple questions. Okay? If we stay with the school analogy, the objective of going into grammar school is not to stay in grammar school. You want to graduate. You don't just go into middle school to stay there forever. You want to graduate. You don't just go to high school. You see where I'm going with this. So wherever you are in your training and your development, you need to start to formulate some questions with the people that you study with. How do I graduate? How do I move to the next level? Would you assess me? Help me figure out where I am in the continuum. And what do I need to do to go to the next level? And when they give you those instructions, when they start to set those parameters for you, follow it. Do it. And do it with the intent to excel, to exceed their expectations and finish at the top of your class, as it were. Okay? That is the essence of living the medicine that will heal your life and heal the lives of the people that you are born to serve. Aboro aboye, aboshishe.